Shit. Shit, how I do it.
Hey guys.
You know? Shit, how do I do it?
Dope. Let's start. Cheers to everyone. All right, I'm ready. So, Earth signs, let's go ahead and see what this week looks like for you. What does this week look like for our Earth signs? What are they experiencing? What are they overcoming? What's the vibe? What's good? Wow. So the first card that we have out for my Earth signs is Legacy of Light. This is a long-term sort of thing coming along. It feels like what's going on with you this week isn't just this week. It's been happening for a long time. This could be full understanding of who you are, where you come from. Could be like your lineage. This could be understanding just deeper facets of yourself and of what's going on around you. I feel like a lot of us right now are kind of seeing things, we're removing the magnifying glass and we're able to see more of what's going on in our lives right now. And I think for my Earth signs, it seems like kind of serious. No joke. Hey Dee, welcome. So yeah, Legacy of Light is your first card. So I do see this sort of continuation of maybe you're even, some of you guys could be questioning, you know, well, my parents did this, maybe I should go along that way. Well, you know, my family's always done this, maybe I should react in this way. So you're kind of questioning or putting together two things, like what is expected of you as opposed to what you want to do for yourself or what kind of path you want to take for yourself. So this week that seems to come into alignment and understanding where that's coming from. How will this show up in their 3D world, please? Baby. Oh. Dang, 2 3s. Okay, Earth signs. So first off, this is activation for you guys. I feel like y'all are activating yourselves right now within your solar plexus chakra. So solar plexus is going to be where you get your willpower from. This is excitement to kind of follow through with the dreams and goals that you have for yourself and not letting those intrusive thoughts stop you or hold you up or make you, like, it's almost like those intrusive thoughts make you second guess yourself or make you question the direction that you're going into. It's not happening anymore. Literally, bottom of the deck, we've got the Sacral Chakra. And that, oh baby, let's go, Orange, okay? And the Sacral Chakra is talking about creative energy and sexual energy as well, which I actually have heard that you can use sexual, like, pent-up sexual energy for creativity purposes and kind of take that in its own direction. But when I say creativity, baby, I mean creativity, okay? In this particular rendition of the high priestess, oh my goodness, excuse me, of the Empress, you can see that she's got all of these ideas that are starting to kind of poke out now. So when they were kind of seeds, you nurtured them, and now you're starting to see the growth of those ideas, which could in turn be the reason why you're questioning, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? It is because it feels right, but I don't know if it looks right to others. I don't think that that's going to be a super serious question for you anymore, because I think you're really directing yourself in the way that you want to go now. You're using the solar plexus chakra energy for your benefit. Your willpower is coming back online. Your ability to like have the energy to finish a task and go through with what you want to actually create. There's also a lot of creative energy for you guys right now. You could be coming up with some really juicy new ideas this week, allowing those to kind of bloom. So let yourself think about things. It doesn't mean, like, just consider options, consider ideas. Just because you consider it, it doesn't mean that you have to go that direction. It just means you're considering it, you're feeling your way through it, to see if that's the vibe that you're going for in the future. So Spirit would like you to consider different ideas, open up your consideration and your mind, because there could be a little nugget there, a little golden nugget. Can I get some clarification for how this will happen, please? See, some of you guys could be nervous you're going to lose everything that you've worked so hard to do, especially if, right now I'm on Earth, guys. After Earth, we'll do air, fire, and then water. So, and of course for your big three too, your sun, moon, and rising sign, make sure that you listen for all of them. It'll give you a clearer picture of what you're going to experience this week. But yeah, there's like this nervousness, this like anxiety of losing everything that you've worked so hard to gain. And that could be pride, it could be esteem, it could be the way people think about you, the way they look at you in particular ways. You guys are very hard workers, and I don't think that there's really anything that you can do that would diminish that view of you in anybody else's mind, you know? There's not really much you can do to change the fact that you are a hard worker, you get shit done, you do what you have to do for you, and you're like the rock in most people's lives, earth signs. You guys are the rock, and people count on you. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to readjust. We're all doing that right now. We're all readjusting in our own way. But for you, once this willpower gets turned on, these ideas start flowing, and it's up to you to say, hey, do I want to touch on that? Do I want to invest some time and energy into that? I see a lot of my earth signs maybe searching for some sort of peace as well. Either like emotional peace. Yeah, definitely. Here you are at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, baby. Looking good, looking grounded. Okay. But yeah, it looks like we're trying to find some like emotional peace. Just trying to maybe find a balance where things don't tip you over, or maybe you guys have had an emotional couple weeks, last couple weeks may have been like super emotional, and now you're like, okay, can we get back to a grounded state? That's what I feel is happening for you guys right now, is you're regrounding yourself, and you're allowing your ideas to kind of flourish. So that looks really beautiful. Let's get some helpful energy. What's going to help my earth signs this week? What's going to help them? To help my earth signs this week? Ooh, intuition. And you know what? It's silence as well. It's like things that, if you give yourself some silence and some peace on the inside, everything that you want to create, you'll be able to, because those thoughts aren't like crippling you because you're so consumed within them. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here, especially with Goddess of the Moon. Look at that. But even with Goddess of the Moon, look at all those feelings back there. You see that, like, all those feelings, the water that we've got back there, it's especially with the waterfall, we can see like this overwhelm of feelings that you're getting past right now. I think maybe the floodgates have opened for you in the last couple of weeks, and you had to deal with all these feelings that were coming up about you, yourself, your value. Oh, thank you, Pearly. Oh, you're the sweetest. So yeah, your value, your essence, your being on this planet, and kind of, it's also familial too, guys. It's familial as well with that first card that we got. Hey, Stone. How are you? It's good to see you. What else is going to help earth signs this week? Shut up. Again, we got the Magician and the Mirror, baby. I'm telling you. One thing that, one thing I didn't say about the Magician that we got earlier is that you've got all the tools at hand that you need. You know, if you've been trying to, like, get something off the ground, if you've been trying to work on something or get your energy dedicated in one area, but it's been either overwhelming feelings or overwhelming thoughts, or, yeah, like your thoughts is just too much, or your feelings is too much. This is where I can see you kind of settling those down now. Thank you, Stone. Oh, was that Stone? Yes. Thank you, Stone. You're amazing. Now, this is where that balance comes in, though, and you realize, wait a minute, I do have the tools that I need at hand to get this done. I don't need to do it in the way that others are doing it. I have the tools if I were to see them in that way. It's like if you wanted to make a backdrop for a video and you felt like, oh, I need to get a fancy flower wall. And it's like, well, dude, you actually have like a really cool tablecloth that you could use and it would be just as good. You know, so it's like taking that creativity and using it for your benefit with these new ideas that you're coming up with. The first way that you do it doesn't have to be the absolute last way we're going to do it, but it's getting that creativity out there and getting that action starting to move now, Earth signs. Bottom of the deck, we've got the World, and this is that separation. I do see, especially with like the Goddess of the Moon and the World here, showing me that you're kind of, once again, taking that magnifying glass off. That magnifying glass, you were just way too close to the problem or way too close to be able to find a creative solution. And when you get some space in between you and the issue or what's in question, that's when clarity comes. So I can see you guys separating yourself a little bit from the world as it is, or your world as it is, to gain clarity. And that's the helpful energy that's coming through for you guys, is getting over the overwhelming emotions or overwhelming thoughts, and then coming through with this sort of magical energy where you're ready to like start something new. You're ready to open up and bring something new into your life here. Yep, look at that, the Moon with Goddess of the Moon. How beautiful. Those feelings are passing, guys. I think you did a great job if you have been overwhelmed or, you know, feeling like this fucking big wave of emotions is coming over you. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know when it's going to end. This is where I kind of see that settling down for you guys. Oh my goodness. And it's going to be quick too. It's a sort of a quick transformation. Once you know, there's no going back. Once you feel the power of yourself, you feel it, there's no going back. And it does feel like it's happening very quickly here for you. Bottom of the deck, I've got 9 of Swords. This is the type of energy we're leaving behind, which is that anxiety, the pressure of those overwhelming thoughts as well. That's it right there. That's it right there. It's gone, baby. It's done. We're done with that BS. It's been, and you know what? I'm not even going to call it BS because it was needed. You know, fine. It was needed, but still. But still, it's kind of hard, you know? Okay. Advice. Warrior woman or man, whatever. Warrior woman. Hey, Yolanda, thank you. How are you what? Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? And that's what's happening here, is you're realizing what that deepest calling is. Either from childhood, you could have had this calling from childhood, and now that you're older, you're in a position to actually act on these things. We need to realize the moment that we're in. We're ready to act on it. The world has never been more prepared for us to act on these things as light workers, as light beings, as people who want to bring more love and support and peace into their own lives, and much more the collective. And this is where you become the warrior for the light. You become the warrior for yourself and for your own direction. And that's how the world is going to change, guys. It's us individually changing all by ourselves. And that's what's happening here. And with the earth signs, you guys are reactivating your solar plexus chakra, your willpower, the sense to thrive, the sense to go after it and get things actually done. And then acting on those ideas, okay? So that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope that was helpful for my earth signs. What is going on with you? And it's very airy too, the card that you guys got. What you want wants you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. What you want wants you. Look at how her hair is going into like this Fibonacci sequence here, the spiral. Also, I don't know if you can tell really well, but there is pearls there. And I heard something from somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. Of course, my memory is, but somebody said, you hold a pearl in your heart. And that's what I feel is like the soul. I feel like this is a soul calling. You know how like they pop the pearl out of the clam and then they just toss the clam like they don't mean anything? I hate to see people do that. It hurts my heart. It really does. But it's like like you're in a trance when they do it. But that's kind of what I feel is happening here. You're finding your own pearl. You're finding where that pearl is and how to like protect it. And I think the pearl here is what you truly want and desire for yourself. So there's a freedom within that this week as well. As you can see, she's letting her hair down here. She's looking at it. She's touching it. She's feeling it, you know, so that's what it looks like. You're kind of maybe releasing a pent up energy surrounding what it is that you actually want to occur for you. And especially for my air signs, you guys are so broad, so smart. You see things differently. You explain things differently, you know, and because of that, I feel it's really important for you to listen to yourself this week more than anybody else, because that's where the real juice is for you guys, or the sauce, whatever. How is this going to happen, please? How can we expect this to occur 3D wise? Okay. Yep. 7th chakra, crown chakra at the bottom of the deck. Baby, this is our connection to God. This is our connection to spirit. This is where you get divine inspiration, divine ideas. And, you know, this is that kind of connection that you have this week. So listening to yourself is going to be priority because you have this energy available to you. Listening to yourself all the time is important, but not always is this energy available. And this here is like an open door to the ethers to be able to kind of grab down that idea that you weren't able to compile in your mind. It's all just feelings. You want to feel this, you want to feel that. This is what you'd like it to look like, but like it's culminating everything into one little box here, so you can kind of see what is really going on. So how is this actually going to physically occur in your life here? One, I do get, this is you listening to yourself here, right? Rest and rejuvenation. Mostly, I feel like it's mostly silence more than rest, you know? Because you can get this sort of download by washing the dishes in silence, by coloring, by meditating, by doing like repetitive things while, you know, usually your mind would go on autopilot. But I feel like when you do those types of repetitive things, it gets you in this moment where you can let your body do one thing and let your mind just worry about your body doing that. And then other thoughts will come in. Other downloads will be able to come in there when the door is open. Yep. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, look at this. The winning card. This is you standing out. There's a thought that's coming through the silence, or well, I would say through the silence of the chattery brain, of the side of your brain that might go on autopilot sometimes, and it takes you into directions that, you know, are just kind of useless, like the past or what you should have done, what you could have done, all that BS. Instead, I feel like you investing yourself in the moment of who you are at this moment, that's what's going to make you, give you that standout idea or that standout understanding. It feels like an aha moment, like, oh, I get it. And that's actually paired here with light. And that's, you know, once again, everybody here is looking, well, these two are looking up. These two are looking up, and we have that crown chakra at the bottom of the deck, remember? So there's a lot of information. The door's open for Spirit to speak to you, in other words, air signs, and Spirit wants you to listen. If you guys are going through a heartache and loss, any of you air signs that are going through a heartache and loss, Spirit says don't harp on it. The more you harp on it, the more you fester in that energy. And it's kind of like mold on bread. It won't stop spreading, you know? And that's what they don't want to happen. So instead of focusing on the heartache, they want you to focus on the light, on the 7th chakra, on your connection to Spirit. There, like I said, there you will find a beautiful culmination of your ideas and your feelings. So that way you know exactly what you're manifesting, or exactly what direction you're going towards, or even for some of you guys, a solution to a situation where it's like, do I need, you know, how do I need to react? How do I need to act? How do I need to be? Any of those questions I feel are culminating here. You're getting an answer. I love this. Paired with light is the 9 of Cups, and that's beautiful. It's contentment, it's happiness, it's peace. Even if it's momentary peace, it's still peace. But that happiness is coming from the light there. For some of my air signs, you guys might have somebody coming back from the past here. And it seems like it could be an old friendship, an old relationship for some of you. And for others of you, a family member that you've disconnected from. I see that happening here for some of you guys this week. And it's because you've changed your vibration. You know, whether we know it or not, people feel us. They feel us. And everybody's ability to feel and ability to kind of comprehend our empathy for others, it's expanding. And now we're realizing, like, oh my God, how did I know they were in a bad mood? Or how did I know that they were going to do this? Like, those questions that you might be asking yourself is because of this whole situation. Especially for you air signs right now, there is a connection to spirit. What do we have for heartache and loss? Yep. Seems like it was a little bit toxic. A little bit. The devil here, it could have been a Capricorn if it wasn't toxic, but if it was toxic, baby, it is coming out. It seems like there was some sort of either codependency, lack of dedication from one person and too much dedication from another, or, of course, a third-party situation type of vibe here. Whatever the case may be, it's over and done with anyway. We don't have to talk about it. But yeah, that heartache and loss is in reverse. There's clarity coming there as well, showing you who you are and why you don't have to harp in these feelings. So Spirit's supporting you in that. And let's see how. What is our helpful energy here for our earth signs? For our air signs? Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That's a lot. Look at this. There's freedom after being tied up here, air signs. What the heck? Bottom of the deck, all tied up. This is our old energy. This is what we're moving away from. Where it's like you, and especially as an air sign, you can't tie them up. How are you going to tie them up? Where are you going to put them? It's like trying to capture a butterfly. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. But this is kind of the vibe that I feel you were in. There was this sort of tied up. You can't move. There's no freedom. And this is where you finally get your freedom. Walking away. And that's that sort of butterfly energy where you've kind of busted out of this cocoon here. Oh, look at this. Releasing attachments. And for some of you guys, it was a pretty hardcore attachment. Someone that you thought maybe you would spend a lot more time, a lot longer with, or something along those lines. You're releasing yourself from the idea of this. And there is, like I said, a freedom coming because of the realization of your own value, of who you are, of what you're able to do for yourself. I can see you walking out of the gate, taking one last look back like that. I was there, you know. And here we go. Look at this beauty, you guys. Helpful energy coming through. We got some lighthearted love here. Angel of love. Seems very like young energy, vitality here. Maybe excitement for what your heart wants now. Now that you know, it's just kind of exciting. Why does my mom always call right now? It's so crazy. So yeah. That's some lighthearted energy. Also, you could be gathering some ideas here, or those ideas that you've been getting are kind of starting to blossom now. There is some spotlight energy on my air signs here that you guys could be receiving this week because of your abilities. It could be that you're really smart, which you are, right? But like people could be noticing you're really smart, or you've got this beautiful way of communicating. Maybe you're really good with music in some sort of way. Some of you guys could be oracles or psychics with your abilities to help people get through their sort of difficulties, as well as children here. I have children there. Maybe your mother, like the way you mother or the way you parent could be coming into the spotlight as well. Depends on each and every one of you guys. But we have envy as well. And did you see all that golden energy you have? You got golden energy here. You definitely have golden energy here. Here, and the last card for your helpful energy was cornucopia, which is literally gold. And somebody is envying that. And normally I wouldn't harp on that, or I wouldn't, like, I'm not big for the drama, except if it's cheeseman, right? But here, it does feel like somebody's watching you from, like, hidden, like, kind of hidden here, and watching how you're glowing. You could be glowing up, actually. Your body could be changing, or your body changed and now you're being noticed, or maybe your hair changed and now you're being noticed. I don't know. But however they are noticing you, there is somebody that's envying you here in the backdrop because of what you're receiving, which is this gold, it's like priceless sort of energy. You're priceless. And that's something nobody can compete with when you're priceless. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just be aware of that. I'll see maybe who that is for some of you guys. Let's see what we have for clarification for our helpful energy. Some of you guys are walking away from a King of Cups, or maybe you're walking away from being so afraid to show your emotions. You could have been all tied up in your feelings, like you didn't want to share your feelings, they didn't exist, you're good, especially air signs. I know y'all. Y'all can hide those feelings like nobody's business. They don't exist. I don't even have feelings. Are you kidding me? I'm so above that. But this is where you kind of allow yourself that freedom to feel what you want to feel and kind of be open with that. For others of you guys, you could be dealing with a water sign, leaving a water sign, or somebody who was exhibiting those types of pretending their feelings don't exist, very separate, not super communicative. We're kind of leaving that sort of aspect of ourselves or of relationship here with our helpful energy. Oh. Okay, and the sun is actually paired with the sun and the Seven of Pentacles. So you've been waiting on something, or there's something that you've been waiting on. That I said the same thing twice. But whatever that is, it seems to be, once again, culminating now. You're very golden this week, you guys. Like, you are golden. So either you're in the spotlight and that's what you've been waiting for, or this is that final understanding of your true value, what you're walking away from, and your value, because what you want wants you. And I think that when you see who you are and you give yourself the amount of credit that you actually deserve, that's when you actually start bringing in the big guns. That's when you start manifesting that same energy that you're carrying with yourself. So once that's activated, it seems like there's not really any going back from that. I do see good money this week here for you guys. What's oh, wait, who is envy? Who's envying the air signs? Yeah, somebody's nervous that maybe you're going to take their spot, or you're going to get something that they've been wanting here, that they've worked so hard to do, you know? And there's nervousness about you. They're watching you in, like, they're nervous in some way, okay? So that's who I see there. If you guys are trying to figure out who that is, just see who's nervous. Like, you talk to them, and if they're, like, all fidgety and it's just weird, it's probably them. Cornucopia. What is that for my air signs? Many options. So this is where your options open up. Your options are opening up this week, air signs. You're gonna have a lot of choices on which direction to go. I feel like most of them will offer fruit. I feel like if you've been looking for a direction for relationship, career, finances, or personal development, it's here. The options open up and you're like, oh, okay, there they are, finally. I think you're also very focused on your boundaries this week as well. Maybe you'll be noticing how your boundaries have transformed and how that's able to transform your life just with those decisions here. Okay, so let's get some advice for you guys. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. Yep, definitely. Bottom of the deck is the initiation, rite of passage. You're crossing a threshold right now. You are literally walking out of like this old dark drabby room that you used to harbor yourself in, and you're moving towards that freedom right now, guys. And it is like sort of an initiation, okay? This play card looks a lot like the Sun card, which is being in the spotlight. I feel like if you do finally get what you want, or if you do finally finalize that idea, Spirit's like, hey, let's play a little bit. Don't be so serious about this sort of change that's happening. And especially for my air signs, once you decide that you're not so serious about it, I feel like you'll go down that path and you'll be able to kind of have a little bit more fun and relax throughout the changes that are happening for you. Drink a little champagne or a little tea and enjoy the ride, because it looks like change has already started for you guys. Alrighty, y'all. That is what I have for my air signs. I hope that was helpful. If you guys heard your reading, can I get a crystal ball emoji in the comment section, please? Who's next? Who's next, baby? Next is fire. It is actually getting hot in here, no joke. No, we're about to do a D. We're about to do a DD. We're about to do fire. Let's go. Oh, we got a Leo in the building. Let's go. Did I say Leo? Did I say Leo? Jeez, around. We're about to start Leo season 2. I bet you guys are excited. Little coffee to soothe the soul. Next, we have fire, baby. What do we have for fire this week? What do we have for fire this week? What are they experiencing, overcoming? What are the vibes for fire? Okay. She feels, she knows. Dang. Okay. So there's this sort of inner knowing, hands down already. There's an inner knowing for quite a bit. Today I had this like explosion of inner knowing, and I'm just like, really? I feel like that? Really? I think that? Really? This is happening? Like, it was a bunch of stuff. So, first things first, I do feel like you have this inner knowing. Second, your feelings are guiding you this week. I do want to say that, and they're guiding you towards not just knowledge, but guiding you to listen to your intuition more, because it's like when facts are out of focus, your intuition is what's everything. That's how you're going to know what's going on, is your intuition. And there's also this sort of thing that's standing out to some of you fire signs, Shingo. So to some of you fire signs this week, something is standing out. There's this peacock feather here on the side of her mind, on the side of her head, and it's actually on the left side of her head. So I would say that this is knowledge or intellect that will be standing out to you. I'm sure you guys are going to be super creative this week as well, but I think there's some point of intellect that is standing out in a way that's making you look at it, making you understand it deeper. There's kind of like this solemn look on her face. This is also card number 22. And I know with angel numbers, you would think 22 is about like relationships and stuff like that. But I would say for you, this is an opportunity for you to choose how you're going to react. I love you, Dee. How you're going to react, how you're going to take this. 2 is an option. You can go this way or you can go that way. Which direction are you going to choose? And that's opening up for you here. So if you guys are seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, what have you, that's where you kind of get a choice. That's where you get an option. Do I want to react negatively towards this or positively? What am I going to get if I do either one? Like, you'll have a second but before acting to kind of go over all of the options. How will this come through in the 3D realm for them? Ooh, there's the first one. Okay. Ooh, baby. Ooh, okay. Bottom of the deck, fulfillment of wishes. You already know it. Okay, for some of my fire signs, you guys could have gone through an opportunity that seemed too good to be true, or a relationship that seemed too good to be true, or promises that seemed too good to be true. For others of you, you had actually started seeing some of your wishes come true. Like maybe if you were working out, you started seeing your body change, or you started changing your eating habits so you got more energy. So you're starting to see things kind of coming up in which you had been manifesting. So that looks really good. But I also feel like you downloaded or you manifested this ability to know things before they happen, or before somebody makes the decision. You catch the vibe that they're feeling beforehand and you already know what's coming. Like that's what's going on here. So for some of you guys, this really does have to do with a relationship. This really does have to do with a relationship for some. For some of my fire signs, I do have emotional withdrawal. If this is not you, wait for the next card. It gets better. But yeah, emotional withdrawal is where you kind of separate yourself to figure out your own emotions. And even if other people are trying to give you all of their emotions, which is the tides coming in, the water is emotion. So it's like coming in and coming out. And you're separate from that. Like it can't touch you right now because you're in your own vibe. You're in your own understanding. This could have even, for some of you guys, this could have been a marriage that ended. For some of you guys, it could have been a relationship. And for others of you, this could be familial. Where maybe you feel like your parents misguided you, or you didn't have enough growing up to, like, they didn't support you enough, or they didn't give you enough tools before you got to adulthood. And that's that heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? That could be another reason why you guys are going through an emotional withdrawal, especially for Leos as well. I want to say that because you guys' birthday's coming up. And sometimes when your birthday comes up, it's like a lot of feelings from the year come up, and it's like, oh, what the heck? I'm supposed to be celebrating. And this is coming up for review. So, I would say this week, if you need to take time and space away to kind of understand things on a deeper level that have hurt you in the past, it's going to be really important for you to do that, because look at you guys. Look how strong you are. Look at that man. Oh my goodness. No, but you guys are so strong. This is the root chakra that's being lit up. And that root chakra is where you get your safety and your security, where you feel grounded within yourself, in your daily life, and in your own decisions for you, where you don't have to ask anybody else's advice, or you don't need anybody else's opinion. I don't want your opinion. Like, that's the type of vibe. And you're re-energizing that area. Why are we re-energizing that area? Because we're planning for something new in the future. This review that I was just talking about with that heartache, it's so you can see what you've built from that heartache. How much you've already built. These look like towers that at one point were probably broken down for you guys, like a tower moment where things got ripped out, like the rug got ripped out from under you. And maybe something wasn't built up on very strong foundation, and you've already started building up from there. But it's spirits taking you back to the time when it happened, so you can see where you are now and the difference. This card also indicates that as well. You see this big mountain? He's already crossed this mountain. This is already what he's already experienced. That's why he's strong. That's why the root chakra is lit up here, because of what he's already experienced and how strong he's become through those changes of himself and the environment around him, and how he has to, readjust to the environment all the time. I see some of you guys rejecting some offers this week too with that emotional withdrawal. You're super focused on yourself. It's all about you right now. Your ideas, your process of elimination when it comes to situations in your life, events in your life that were distasteful or not tasty. You don't want to taste that sort of flavor anymore. So this is where it almost feels like you're turning your back on an offer or an opportunity. This could be creative. This could be emotional. It's probably emotional with the other cards that we have here. It's definitely emotional, but it could also be creative. But yes, I see you're grounding yourself in the new idea of who you are. Somebody is coming in, though. You've been silent with them. For some of you, fire signs, I feel like you've been silent with someone, not offering, but they're communicating to you. But there's a lot of silence here coming from you. Like real silent. What else? Oh, also, because you've got this firm foundation, you realize who you are. You're going from the High Priestess to the Empress. So we're going from some silent energy to communicative energy in your life. This doesn't necessarily have to be with this person who's coming back. But for you personally, it does seem like you're kind of ready to open up to your own ideas right now and your own thoughts, your own psychic ability, because we all have it. We all have it. And you're opening up to that this week. And you're like, damn, I knew that, huh? I already knew that was going to happen, huh? And as you see that happen and give yourself some credit for it, that way we can use it more and we can use it as a tool. You know, what's the use of having intuition or like deeper understanding with someone if you don't use it on your daily life? You know what I'm saying? Use that shit. All right. So patience and planning. What's that for? Heavens. Oh, it's for a new opportunity to kind of make your own way. Now, I'll tell you one thing. The Ace of Pentacles is probably the hardest ace to get. It takes the longest because it's Pentacles, and Pentacles move a little slowly. But this is an offer for you to open up this pathway for yourself. And that's what you're patiently planning. That's what you're building upon, is being able to create your own way, your own direction, your own portal to where you want to be. I've got Temperance with that. So this could even be reconciling with an old idea that you wanted to do for yourself. Maybe, like my bestie, she's a Leo, and she was a dancer. We were both dancers. She's still dancing. But like, I could see her like revisiting that right now to like really open that up, even if we left it for a period of time. So you could be revisiting old talents, old things that you were good at as well. That could be coming up here for you to remind you like, hey, let's not forget you're a badass. Thank you. All right. So I'm also going to get you guys some helpful energy. What's our helpful energy for our fire signs? What? Fire and air are walking away. Helpful energy here for fire signs. Again. All right. Guys, y'all are walking away from this broken heart. I'm not big on love readings, y'all. It's not my favorite type of reading to do. I'd rather do career or personal development or spiritual development. But baby, it's coming out. It's coming out. There is this heartache that you've experienced that you are finally releasing yourself from. And like I said, it doesn't have to be relationship-based in like romantic relationships. This could be in regards to familial relationships where you've been misled by a parent, by a guardian, where you feel you weren't prepared as much as others were prepared, and it made you second guess or question your ability to gain the things that others have or what you truly want for yourself. It's gone. It's leaving. You're being directed into a different way now, for more belief and value for yourself. What do we have with this, please? Yep. Look at this portal energy again, guys. We've got you really creating your own way. It doesn't matter what you came into this world. Well, of course it matters what you came into the world with. But now it matters in memory. Because you are officially in this position to create your own destination and your own direction. And you're going to have to trust in yourself in order to do that. Because the doors are open, the gates are open for you to take that route now. And the fears that you had growing up, the fears that you had growing up of not being able to acquire this or not being good enough or not having enough in any way, shape, or form, you're going to have to leave those at the door. You're going to have to leave those at the door because the world is in your hands now. And it's like, are you going to keep looking at this beautiful new opportunity that you've been waiting for with those same eyes of dependency? or lack of abundance, we can't. We can't. I don't think Spirit will let you either. I don't think that Spirit's going to let you. What do we have here for broken heart, please? I also think that like I said earlier, your boundaries are going up. You're not letting the inner thoughts keep you held back anymore. Those inner thoughts that, just like I just talked about, you're not letting that happen. You're coming in quickly to cut that shit out. Like, as soon as you get a thought of like, oh, but you were never brought up with that idea, or you've never had that, why do you think you can have it? It's like you coming in with that sword and being like, shut up. And you're coming in quick too. You're not letting those thoughts fester anymore. So there's a lot of progress coming in this area for you guys. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your gut. Also, make sure that you're looking at what you're eating, because I feel like if you want to be able to trust your gut, you might want to have a healthy gut. So, yeah, that's an extra message there. Spirit would like you to reevaluate what you're consuming and at the velocity that you're consuming it. Too much of anything is bad, is what my daddy always used to say. Can we get some advice here for fire signs, please, this week? All right, we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. This is the divine plan for you, my love, which is to overcome this heartache that you were brought into the world with, or that you had to experience growing up. You know, just like I said earlier, relationship-wise, familial-wise, it doesn't matter. But this inner knowing that you have, she feels, she knows. That's what Spirit is trying to make stand out for you here with that peacock feather, is your intuition, your understanding, because that's the connection to your path. That's what aligns you. And Spirit does want you to know that you're not alone in this. Everybody's working together to make this happen for you. Just like you're working together with everybody to make it happen for me and our neighbor. You know, it's the collective. If you're trying to manifest like a lot of money, it's, you know, there's things that have to be kind of formulated around that to make sure that it's supported and happens for you. So, yes. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that was helpful. Fire signs, if you heard your reading, leave a crystal ball emoji in the comment section, please. Do we have water signs in the building? Yeah, I am live right now. Trust, if I could do those video recording lives, I would. Don't think I would, but I don't know how, so. All right, let's see what we got here for our water signs. Let's see what's happening for you this week. Before we do, we shall take a sip of coffee, darling. Toast, baby, let's go. Let's go, Pisces. Let's go, Cancer. Yes, Cancer. It's still Cancer season. It's still Cancer season. So bask, baby. Bask. Let's see. What do we have for our water signs this week? OMG. Okay, this is good. See, this is the card I thought we were going to get, but we got one similar. But I'm going to go over it anyway because I thought we were going to get it. In the world, not of the world. Thank you. Thank you. Right? Right? And she's even in water. Do you see all those fishes? You see how she's in water, just letting her hair down, basking in the ambiance of herself. It looks gorgeous. But the actual card that we got is a little bit more up in the air, and I think it's a little bit more serious too. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is insane. This is insane. This is talking about eggs, the seeds being planted within the world. This is broader perspective, water signs. There's something big happening for us this week, for sure, hands down. And it feels like it's like understanding things in a bigger sphere, in a bigger space. I broke my ring. Oh no. Oh well. So this is understanding something in a bigger space. No, like it's the chicken egg question and finding an answer. That's what this is. It's like, what was it, the chicken or the egg? And you're like, oh, it was the egg, or it was the chicken. Like, you'll know for sure. You're understanding bigger concepts right now, and bigger questions are coming into your mind. We've got DNA here. I feel like you are being activated as well right now, water signs, this week, within yourself. You're understanding the inner workings of things. You can understand that, like a little snail, the tiniest little thing, a little snail, and its shell is the same thing as a Fibonacci sequence, and you can find that in so many other areas of life and how it all connects. That's what you guys are seeing this week. So it's really big. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more personal on this, and you'll start with more personal things that you realize, and then it'll get into like the universe type of stuff. Right? It's a lot of activation this week. All right. How will this, thank you. How will this play out? Okay. For the water signs. Uh-oh. Hey, Google. Play Cyberpunk Synthwave. Now, for my water signs, you guys could have actually gone through this sort of breakthrough period. Hey, Terry, happy birthday, Mommy. It's so good to see you. Happy birthday, Terry. Sunrays is his birthday today. So this is where I see the breakthrough happening. This is like the tower moment. And that tower moment is rough. It's like a Saturn return where you're breaking through the old boundaries of who you were, what you thought things were. You guys are changing your lives right now, one step at a time. And I mean one step at a time. If you used to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, now you're going to wake up at 8 because that's what you want your future to look like. But it's difficult. It's different. And you have to make decisions consistently throughout your day that are different. So if you want to be like this in the future, you're going to have to make that consistent decision every single day, which means you're going to have to be awake and aware as you move through your day. There's no more autopilot. There's no more allowing things to happen the way they need to happen. You're getting your hands in there now, not just to understand it, but after you understand it, is to change it and to adjust it in your liking. And it's not always that water signs get the opportunity to adjust things to their liking. We're water. We take the mold of whatever thing we're in, you know? But this is the time where I just got chills. This is the time where you make the mold. You're remolding yourself here. How is this going to happen? First off, clearly, rest and rejuvenation. This is just talking about the silence in your mind. Who did I tell this to? Was it air? I think it was air signs that got the... Oh, yes, actually. We just did air. But there's silence that you need in your mind. The chatterbox brain isn't gonna get us anywhere. If you're overwhelmed with things to do, make a list, write it down so you can get it the hell out of here, because there's many more things that are coming in that are more valuable long term for you guys. So quieting the chatter. You know what I do? I have a Virgo rising, so I love to clean and organize. So I will literally clean something, maybe washing dishes, sweeping, vacuuming, whatever, and I will literally zone out. And that's when I feel like I get a lot of downloads, because I got my body busy doing something. So I don't have to fidget with anything, or crocheting could help as well. Whatever you can do, coloring, meditating. I'm telling you, there's a golden nugget for you guys here. It's in the resting period. As you rest, as you find silence within yourself, of course, gratitude for what is. But I feel like if you go into it with gratitude, you don't have to consistently think like, okay, thank you, God, for this. Thank you so much for this. I'm so happy I have this. It takes up a lot of space as well. I feel this is moreover just silence, acceptance of what is, so you can understand it on a broader spectrum. Yeah, that's what you're getting in the silence, baby. A golden nugget. for you to make your own direction. There's communication from spirit that I think that you're going to be receiving as well. Some of you guys could actually be getting new communications from somebody that spirit is sending in, like in the 3D world, with that partnerships and alliances card. So you could be creating partnerships and alliances right now that spirit is sending you. So new people coming into your life this week, water signs, it seems like there's some of them there that are going to be fruitful or helpful for you. And whatever this communication is, whatever the idea is, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. You see this like foliage that you see falling down? It's because there's room for more growth here. There's room for yes, more growth. Partnerships and alliances for water signs, please. Somebody might come in this week to help you stand out, or you'll be standing out, and then somebody comes in to help you or to assist you. For some other water signs, you could be looking for somebody who's standing out to help them. It's a nice little circle that we're all working on together here is what it seems like. But I do see some new people coming through. They seem different than you. Yep. Opening up a new pathway on what direction you can go and how to take that step. How to take the step is coming to you as well. And honestly, I think the how is about your feelings. It's just like getting in the right feeling state in order to take the step. It's not even if you've got the tools, if you've got physically, tangibly what you need. That's not what's stopping you. It's the mind that stops you sometimes. And that's why Spirit says, go beyond the mind. Go beyond the mind. And this is what I was telling, I think, earth signs here, or air. I think it was air. I heard somebody say, you have a pearl in your heart. And that's what I'm kind of getting here as well. It's like it's the soul purpose. This is of the soul. This is much bigger than just your 3D life. Finding out what came first, the chicken or the egg. Like, these are big questions you're answering. I wouldn't doubt it if we see water signs being really innovative this week, seeing how to take the same old thing and turn it into something new, or trying something new. And the reason why I think it's the feelings that's stopping you from standing out and stopping you from taking that step, and procrastination, is because of what you were going through. This disruption and this focus on how many times you've tried and failed, how many times you worked to do something but it didn't come through or come to fruition the way you wanted it to. They spilled all the wine, they spilled the water here. So you had to change your form again, water signs. You were in these cups and then it fell. You had to change your form. You got another cup, it fell, it changed your form. There's 2 more cups that can keep you. You can actually get to what you are aiming for if you were to choose a different form. Ooh, I like that. I like that one. Okay, let's get some helpful energy for you guys. Dang. Okay. All right. So, what? First off, we have woman holding a coin. Cute, cute. First, I was like, oh, maybe it's an earth sign coming in to be helpful. Some good ideas. One of my best friends is an earth sign. Thank you. Right? And she's amazing. She helps me out all the time with just trying to keep feelings on track and staying grounded. You know what I'm saying? But then we got man holding a coin as well. So it's almost like maybe you get grounded and then somebody comes in with this offer. For some of you guys, this could be love, because I've got blossoming abundance here. But for others of you, it feels like it's finances or tangible, like physical help in some way. If you guys are looking to move, oh my God, I'm praying for that. If you guys are looking to move, somebody could be helping you out with finances or a direction to go. If you're looking for more money, somebody could come in. Very intuitive earth sign that can assist you with ideas there, or how to kind of ground your ideas and make them start coming to life. Hey guys. Woman holding a coin. Yeah. For some of you water signs, you guys could be having an earth sign coming in for an offer of relationship or an offer of partnership in some way. We'll keep it vague like that. But it does seem like there's a partnership coming here. It seems a little lighthearted, but there's a lot of promise for the future with this. It could even happen as soon as Leo season starts. The 21st, right? I think it's the 21st that Leo season starts. So around that day, you could be meeting someone there. What else do we have here for this? Yes, and it's almost like two people are coming in with that partnership and alliance card. Two people could be coming in. Another one, like one is offering you relationship or friendship, deeper, promise for the future, helping you ground your ideas. And then the other one that's coming in here is for like either finances or investment, maybe investment in you or you investing in them. I don't know, something along those lines. They're probably investing in you though, baby. They really probably are. Ooh, that would be nice. That would be nice. It's up to you to take the authority here. It looks like there's a lot of money that could be involved. Somebody could be watching you, watching your work, and noticing maybe how you take authority, maybe how you present yourself, or how you have grown even. And there's finances involved. A long-term financial decision could be coming up for you here on what you want to do, and it seems like new life is coming your way because of it. This is a big message, y'all. This really is. Blossoming abundance here. Ah, shit. You can't write this stuff. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Chariot. There's quick movement here. Some of you guys, this is a relationship. Others of you, this is business. And it does seem like it's up to you to take that authority and the reins, taking the reins of it and directing it into the direction that you want it to go. There's a lot of grounded energy that you're working with this week, helping you feel more grounded and more aware of what's going on. I think that it's like they see your ability to see past the veil, and they want that, or they want to invest in that. So allow yourself to go beyond the mind, to feel what the universe has to offer you, to feel what God needs to show you. Because for every water sign, it's going to be different. Can you imagine if all the water signs came together and talked about, like, what we all realized? Ooh, that would be good. That would be so good. All right. Advice here. Okay, first off, bottom of the deck, Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And that's why this is happening for you. You're in the world, not of the world. Do you understand? You're here on a separate mission. It's not just to like go work and then come home and like, you know what I'm saying? You've got a bigger mission here, and that's what Spirit's trying to show you. Please listen. And after that, your advice is share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Come out of the cave. It's about time that we actually act on what we're coming up with. I feel like you've done a lot of work down in the shadows, down in your little cave, and now it's time to come up and come out with what you know, what you understand. Maybe sharing it with people who are like-minded at first. That way you don't get jarred with like people who don't believe you or think you're fucking crazy. That's how I did it. It helped me, lessen the blow and kind of cushion it. But yeah, Spirit is giving you advice of coming out to share your voice. Don't be nervous this week. You could have some feelings come up that make you feel like you shouldn't, or you're not good enough, or there's some sort of reason that's making you feel like you shouldn't come out and do that. And if it's based on fear, then you can't make a decision based on fear, because it'll keep you in that fear state. And then you'll stay in that little tied up little area, and we don't need that. We need our water signs to come out and be that strong water force that we have on the planet right now. So yeah, guys, this is what I have for my water signs. I hope that that was helpful. If you guys heard your reading, can I get a crystal ball emoji in the comment section, please? Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I love you, and I'll see you next week.